The Robbinsdale Police Department has asked the state of Minnesota to review its investigation into the death of a man whose body was found in the lake 2 days after he allegedly evaded a traffic stop. The body of Khalil Azad of Buffalo, Minnesota, was pulled from Crystal Lake on July 3, 2022. The Hennepin County medical examiner ruled his death an accidental drowning. 2 days before his body was found, Robbinsdale police say Azad fled officers who tried to catch up to him on suspicion of drunk driving, first in his SUV and then on foot, which prompted a ground and air search. The department's request to the State Bureau of Criminal Apprehension follows allegations by activists that Azad did not drown, but rather was beaten to death by officers. Court and law enforcement records are in conflict of whether he was 24 or 26 at the time of his death. This past week, we have received inquiries with regards to the cause of the death of Mr. Azad, Police Chief Patrick Foley wrote in a news release posted online. This has fueled many questions from the community. Although a thorough investigation was completed last year in an effort of transparency, we support an independent agency to review all relevant evidence, reports, and information regarding this incident. Foley wrote that the department is in the process of gathering camera footage from the incident and will be releasing it early next week. BCA spokeswoman Bonnie Bowman this Saturday, and the agency is evaluating the request, and it will be in contact with the department and the Hennepin County Attorney's Office. Skeptics of a conclusion that Azad accidentally drowned has been circulating, with what are described as autopsy photos that show his face swollen from what they allege was a beating by police officers. The medical examiner's office has made no official release of photos. The family of Khalil Azad, they say that he was bitten by dogs and brutally beaten to death by Robbinsdale Police Department. And this was read in a statement from Black Lives Matter of Minnesota, released on February 25th. It includes what is presented as autopsy photos of Khalil's body. And according to the family, the medical examiner's stories don't add up. The autopsy says that there are no bruises on Khalil's body. However, photos clearly show otherwise. If it was accidental drowning, why are the dog bites on his face, arms, body, and bruises on his back? According to Black Lives Matter, the family's demands include an outside death investigation, a review of the policies and practices of the Hennepin County Medical Examiner's Office, and the suspension of all police K-9 units in Minnesota. Last Monday, 2 days after the Black Lives Matter statement was released, the chief responded with a summary of events surrounding Azad's death. It said, shortly before 1:30 a.m. on July 3, 2022, officers attempted to stop a suspected drunken driver in the 4200 block of County Road 81. The driver did not pull over, and police pursued the SUV. The driver hit a curb and a tree about a quarter mile into the pursuit, and the SUV stopped in the 3900 block of North Lakewood Avenue. A man later determined to be Azad fled from the vehicle and eluded a ground and air search by police and other law enforcement agencies. Based on a review of a body-worn camera footage, Robbinsdale police officers did not have any contact with the person who fled the scene. The summary read all of this. It also said, officers did speak with the two passengers who were in the vehicle, and neither passenger identified the driver. Shortly after 1 p.m. on July 5, 2022, Robbinsdale police officers were dispatched to Crystal Lake, just to the east of where the SUV came to a stop. On a report from a passerby of a body in the water along the shoreline, officers located a male face down and dead in the water. The medical examiner identified the man as Azad, and it was determined that he was the driver who fled from the police 2 days prior. Stories like this are a hard pill to swallow, okay? And it's necessary for these stories to be told. There are way too many lives that are being lost due to corruption. We shouldn't have to wait until it happens to someone that we know or someone that we love in order to learn about it and or do something about it. If you can, find out what you can do in your local community. Start a research group. These stories need to be told. This was swept under the rug for almost a year before it was put out to social media. Thank God whoever put it out to social media, they did. I appreciate them. But if this story took a year, almost a year to happen or to be given out, how long do you think, or how many more stories do you think are being pushed under the rug and hidden in instances like this? Take time and learn more about stories like this. Like, for real. My condolences to this young man's family and friends. My condolences to all other lives and family and friends who've been lost to corruption and things like this. Research your past. Create a future. Say his name. His name was Khalil Azad.